Okay. We're back up. How's the streaming going this time, guys? I'm going to slowly start inputting our inputs again. Let me know what you guys think. I'm inputting the chat and stuff as it goes. I took everything out last time to see if that would make it faster. It did no such thing. So now I'm going to try doing that pop-out chat again and see if I can't get that to show up. First I'm going to try a window capture of it, and if the window doesn't show up, then I'm going to try URL capture. But last time the URL capture didn't even work. I'm having no luck getting the video capture to show up either. Alright, so that didn't work, so I'm gonna go ahead and... Oops. I'm gonna copy the link to the pop-out chat, and I'm gonna try pasting that in a URL capture. Display, was it a media source? Let's try a media source. It is not media source. I don't know what jack input client is, so I'm gonna ignore that. Image, no. Game, display, maybe? Maybe browse. Is that it? Browse source? Let's find out. It is a browse source. So now, if I paste that there, hey, chat actually happened. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to move that over to the side. Pull Blender in and scale this down. Okay, so now we have the chat in there, but we're still trying to get the chat to be what we want it to be. So let's update the chat. We're gonna first refresh the chat and see if that works. And that's not changing anything, so let's try a different method here. Let's say width 400. Oh, it's working. Width 370. Almost. Width 380. And instead of 600, let's try 500. Almost. What about 520? Alright guys, how does that look? The only reason I had the Blender Academy thing down below is because it there was empty space that I couldn't fill. Alright, guys. That probably affected something in OBS. It did, in fact. Let's try to adjust that. Better. Much better. Alright. We like it? Okay. Then I guess this will be the official layout. I'm gonna go ahead and restart the stream because I don't want the recording of this to be over an hour long. Everything on this robot is going to be 1 hour long, and then after that it'll all be longer, and you know, just whatever I can do that day. Alright. Alright. Thank you for your patience, people. We have officially begun the real stream tonight at 10:30. Alright, so this is gonna end at 11:30. Is everybody cool with that? I hope so, because we have plenty of robot to finish up. Now this is kind of a tight, cramped setup. I hope it's a lot less blurry than it was before. I sacrificed my television set for this. No, but I do intend to purchase a larger display so that I can actually do that nicely. And yeah, let's begin the robot, shall we? Okay. So our knee is still spiky. We never adjusted that. And I don't really like the way it's spiking, so I'm gonna fix that up before I begin on the hand. Another thing to note that if anybody has questions about the building process or the modeling process, to eliminate annoying play-by-play for other people, I have installed a plugin called Screencast Keys, which, as some of you may know, is not an easy feat. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and model this without the issue of dealing with a play-by-play and without being so extremely energetic. And that is perfectly fine, Tyler. go ahead and bail whenever you need to. Send Molly if you can. Although I don't think she's going to be able to show up this late either. So, yeah. Here we go. So today I did some filming in Decatur. And it was kind of crazy. The Willow film is a wonderful project, but it is extremely tiring to attempt to accomplish. Not even actually accomplish, but to attempt to accomplish. And cursor to cursor to selected. Oh wait, that was the right button. Selected, there we go. And let's rotate that on that with that button. Oh, that's not gonna work. So what I'm trying to do right here is get this curved nicely, which is also not the easiest thing to do ever. Yeah, the best way for me to do this is to do it in multiple sets of rotations. Actually, that's the one I need. And we'll rotate that upward. And Molly has a thing. Yeah, that makes plenty of sense. Go ahead and go to sleep. And I feel like I'm being too quiet, so I'm going to go ahead and try and speak a little bit more. If that's even a thing I can do. What I'm essentially trying to do here is, as I said a minute ago, trying to get this curved nicely over that, like that. I think what I'm gonna have to do though is I'm gonna change the pivot point back and adjust the curve like that. And then I can, there we go. And that's not what that is supposed to look like. It's supposed to be rotated on the local orientation, or the global orientation, but it wasn't. So I'm gonna rotate it like that and try to get that rotated in the up direction. If I rotate it like, if I use side view, that'll actually make that easier to do. There we go. This is kind of what I wanted this to look like. There it is. And now if I grab all of that, I can kind of just move it upward and a little bit of rotation, I guess. That looks decent. Alright, that's more or less what we want with that. So yeah, that's nice. It's a robot. It shouldn't be too complex to do. Um, I never actually shared this stream, so I'm gonna go ahead and share that real fast. Right. So let's go ahead and share real fast because we've got all sorts of crazy things going on here. Live stream is back up. Find out for yourself. I actually think I gave them the wrong link. Let's go back and fix that there. And let's share that on our main page too. I'm not hearing any buffering, which means everything is actually running at the optimal speed again, which is wonderful. Live stream is back. There we go. I'll publish that. I really need a logo for these things, don't I? But I'll work on it. I'm not gonna do a whole lot of work on that. There we go. I'll share that with him. Let's see here. Who else will I share this with? Him if he wants to come. I don't think he's going to want to actually, so I won't bother it. I'm not gonna bother with Fred or him. I won't bother with anybody else. Okay, so back to what we're doing. Oh, there are people. Hello, people in the stream. Let's see, how long are we at, by the way? I didn't, Ah, okay. It says we're at 12 minutes. Okay. So now that we've got our kneecap done, we're going to go ahead and put the cursor back to the center. And I'm going to get started on our hand. Okay, so I actually came up with a pretty easy way to do the hand. Let's put the cursor back to center. What I'm going to do, instead of making a new cube like I've done for the arms and legs, I'm actually going to be tricky and lazy. And I'm going to duplicate our arm here. Tab into edit mode on that. And delete everything. I don't know. No, that's a dumb idea. Because if I do that, it's not going to be... It still won't be rotated properly. It'll just move in the right direction, and it's going to be stupid. Now, the better idea is... it's at 1 minute. What do you mean it's at 1 minute? Let me see here. If I go into here... and I double click that, or right click that. Oh, it says in here I've been going for almost 30 minutes. It's a live stream. You can watch when the robot is completed, but I won't be publicizing the streams till the robot is complete. Okay. Whoa, I'm getting noises. Why am I getting noises? Is that what Hangout sounds like, Corey? Okay, what we're gonna do is... yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the angle... Whoa, that noise. Your live chat is too slow. What do you mean it's too slow? Alright, that's what I was gonna do. That noise threw me off so hard. Okay, so... we go down. What we're gonna do is we're gonna find the angle this thing's rotated. It is rotated. Ah, there we go. So we're gonna copy these two angles, and what I'll do then is, well, I'll show you. So if I take this cube here, Crap it. I accidentally added the cube in the wrong place. I needed to add it on top of this guy, not at the 3D cursor. So I'm gonna snap the cursor back to this guy. Messages. What's over in Facebook? Okay. Corey, I can't do Facebook calls. I don't really have that set up. Why did you want to call, by the way? I gotta question that. Besides, I'm only gonna be on this live stream for an hour. You can't hang on? Actually, for 30 minutes, really. Anyway, let's, select this guy. I'm in wireframe, by the way. We'll select that guy, and we're gonna copy these. Can I copy these? I'm not sure if it works that way. Whoa, what did I just do? That was, let's not do that again. So I'm gonna copy this measurement and jam it in here. Oh, I get it. Okay, I get it. I see what just happened there. So I only need the Z rotation. Do I need the Z rotation? I don't know. Let's look at the local orientation of that guy. I need the X rotation, and I need to apply it to the Z rotation of the other guy. Okay. That's what I need. So we'll copy the X rotation like we just did, and then we'll paste that there. That's what we wanted. See, now that we've got that done, this guy's going to be facing the exact same direction as the other guy. So now, if we get... Oh, that's stupid. So if I rotate this on 90 degrees on X now, because I do want the hand to be facing the same way as the arm. Now you guys see my actual workflow. Wait, no, I said that after, or I said that before you said that, so. I have no new messages. Is there still an Ariana there? Ari, you still there? You're like literally not saying a thing in the chat. I think you said one thing the whole time. So if I rotate it that way, then Z, which is that way already. So if I rotate it on X 90. Okay, so then if I rotate it on Y by 90 degrees, then the new result is, yay! That's what we were looking for. So now we gotta make room for a ball wrist. And there we go. So that's what we're gonna start with for the hand. Oh, I still have that there. Let's move that. And we'll move that. No, wait, it's gonna stay about there because that's where the wrist is gonna pop out in the middle of those. It's odd, but it'll happen that way. So let's scale that down on that. And there we go. So now our robot hand is going to be about there. And I promise you guys, this is, even though this is looking extremely segmented, it'll all come out soon enough. Like, it'll be much easier to tell. It'll all come together. Okay. I'm tired. As I said, I've been doing I've been doing some filming all day, and that filming is extremely tiring. If they ever tell you that what they do in Hollywood is not difficult, they are giant liars. I'll tell you that right now. Because that crap is just torture. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this in half. Well, actually, if I delete those faces in the middle, I can use the solidify to make those panels, and you'll see what I'm talking about. See, if I use this solidify modifier like before, it'll look nice. See, there it is. See how that's creating some thickness? And we're gonna say 0.02 like we did before. The delay of the video caught up to me, and now I'm hearing my own yawn. So what I really want to do, by the way, with this is I want to have this display that you're looking at on the big screen on my television screen, and then after I do that, I want the once I get the big screen to be the oh my gosh. Wow, my apologies. Once I get the big screen to be the Blender display, I want to make the computer the stuff that you guys can't see and don't really care to know anything about. There we go. So now I think what I'll do is apply that, and then I can adjust the stuff later. Is there still anybody watching, like, at all? I wonder. There are 2 people watching. I don't know even who's watching. Okay, so if I have an edit mode here. So the filming of Willa today, see, Tyler knows this because he goes to school with me and I tell him about it, but, we're filming Stephen King stuff. Oh my gosh, that's actually a story in and of itself. A student found out that Stephen King was taking films from college students. So the result was he told the teacher, and she made that our final on our final for the semester. Let's scale that in nicely, about there maybe. And when the Stephen King, when she found out that Stephen King was taking short films from students, once that became our final, and once that became our final, she had us actually make our schedules and apply for some rights, and it was crazy. Sorry about the nose thing I just did. I'm not used to you guys being able to watch that. 7.5, and let's get that looking the way we want it. And I had to find a location. My group chose Willa 1.5, and those of you who aren't familiar with Stephen King short films, or short stories anyway, 0.5. Willa is essentially about these dead people waiting on a train that's never going to come, and 2 of the characters are smart enough to figure out that since the train's not going to come, might be more pleasant to wait for to live the rest of their afterlife with music. That would be Willa and her fiance. The whole story takes place from the perspective, or is told from the perspective of her fiance, which makes for an interesting storytelling device, to be totally honest. But then again, when is Stephen King not good at that, right? So we had to find locations for it, and it was probably the most excruciating thing I've ever had to do. I had to do all the location scouting myself. The others tried, but they didn't do a whole lot of awesome. They didn't do a whole lot of magic at it. They didn't do a whole lot of good at it. And the reason they weren't so good at it, and I don't blame them, there's a whole lot of reasons one might not be good at it. I particularly wasn't even good at it myself. I just happened to land something. But once we got the locations, the real difficulty after that became trying to get everything in line together. I mean, it was excruciating. We're still not actually done with the train station. I should probably start rotating these faces, otherwise they're gonna get stupid looking. Oh, right. We'll just do it that way. There we go. Nope. Come on, get it. Get the dang thing. There we go. And scale down there. How's that look? Oh. Well, it's not bad. It just needs some adjustment. I'm gonna select the faces and try it this way on these guys. So scale, X, X, and 0.3. Yeah, that'll do it. And then let's try to get a little bit of distance with that. Scale 0.5. Did I do that other one by 0.5? I don't know. Oops. There. There we go. There we go. Alright, that's essentially that part of the hand casing. And we'll smoothify it. Give it the auto smooth like we did everything else, and we'll see what kind of cool we can come up with for it. Let's see here. Up more. A little more. Up, no, down. I guess we'll go with that. Not particularly my favorite appearance there, but no, it still bothers me. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'll tab into edit mode and try elevating these two here. And if I elevate those a tad, that's what I wanted it to look like. No, I'm gonna move these guys down so that they will, so that they'll kind of fade in a little bit. And let's scale that apart on X. Well, double X so that it's a little wider. How does that look? I think that looks a little cooler. I might even be able to up the angle a tad. No, I can't adjust the angle because then it ruins that, so. We're gonna call that 60 degrees, and that way all of that is as faded in as that's gonna get. Let's still not looking the prettiest, is it? Let's rotate that a little further on double X. Maybe I'm going the wrong way. I don't think that's really helping anything at all in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Maybe the problem is yeah, I think that's the problem. Is this easier to listen to, Corey? I heard before my voice, I heard before my energy kind of got a tad annoying. So I thought I'd try to adjust the feel. Go over more of the process as opposed to doing a play-by-play, and maybe talk a little more about my stories in life. I have so much of a life. Listen to me, people. I'm going to be famous. Won't that be the day, right? Could happen, though. Could happen to any of us. So I think these vertices here need to go forward because I don't like the folding thing the folding look that they're doing there. And then I'll scale them apart on double X so that it's local orientation. There we go. That looks like a nice little back of a hand. What do you think? So for the bottom part of the hand, I think what I'll do is I'll split it in half. Scale that apart on double X. And then I'll scale that down on double Z. Not a lot though. Actually, before I do that, let's give these, because I want it to be a little different from the chest piece. There we go. We'll put that about there, maybe a little closer. And then I'll hit V. And put 0.005. And do the other side and say 0.005 negative. Oops. Now that I've got both sets of those and they're kind of apart, just scale them apart. There we go. That'll do it. And lastly, let's scale that down on everything but Z. Oh wait, no. Yeah, we'll scale that down on everything but double Y. Let's see, it's gonna look like that, and then smaller for that. So we'll scale down on that again, and then we'll scale on double Z up a tad. There we go, that looks nice. And we'll do that one more time for this side. 0.03 negative. Grab double Z 0.03. And that's roughly where the hand's gonna be. How much time is left? Do we even have any time left? I think the stream might be over, but I don't know. Let's go over here and find out. This says I've been recording for 46 minutes, which means I've probably gone over my time. So, yep, 1 hour and 1 minute. So, yeah, we're done here. Alright, so now that we've gotten this hand panel area looking pretty nice, I'm actually going to go ahead and separate all of these P and then buy loose parts. origin to geometry, 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 and geometry. Actually, this one I'm not going to do by geometry. This one I'm going to do by that bottom face. Cursor to selected. 3D cursor. There we go. All right. There we go. Now we have a little hand casing. All right. So that's all for tonight, guys. You have a magical night. My back hurts. And don't forget to get people don't forget to subscribe, get your friends to subscribe. like the channel, get your friends to like it, share it like a virus, make it spread. All right, have a good night.